Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. So yes, welcome to Sankebulan. My brother here is called Assin. We are heading towards an Emancipation Center in Assin, manso. Sure. Yes. Yes, so this is Akebulan, and here we made our way about 150 kilometers from Accra to the central side of Ghana. And me and my brother are sitting in the car. We're heading towards Assin Manso Emancipation Center, where slavery took place, where the slaves' auction took place. Yes, where they took their last bath before they are dispersed into the various castles and then fought the Cape Coast Castle, Fort Amsterdam, and
Okay, so my name is Yusuf, and you are welcome to Assin Manso. This is one of the slave markets that contributed mostly to the trade. According to a history book, Indigenous Slavery in Ghana, written by Akosi Adumapebi, she says that Ghana has about 63 slave markets contributed mostly to the trade. One of the slave markets is the one in the northern region called the Salaga Slave Market, which was the largest during the times. That was where several other Africans were assembled and transported to the castle. The other important slave market was this particular one, Assin Manso Slave Market. Okay. This was the busiest. It was the busiest in the sense that the main exit ports, Cape Coast Castle, Elmina, Fort Amsterdam were closer. Okay. So anytime the slave masters needed the slave, they just come here to get them. Now the journey started from Salaga. They have to walk barefooted in their chains and shackles from Salaga slave market. And imagine that wasn't even the hell of it. If you are picked from Mali, Togo, Benin, Nigeria, you have to walk all the way in your chains and in your shackles all the way to Salaga. The first time you get actual rest is when you get to Salaga slave markets. If you get there, you continue the journey to the castles. The intention was not to stop here. It was to take them to the castles right away and sell them off. When they got to this particular land, they realized that the enslaved Africans were looking very skinny and very weak. They had lost all their muscles because they had to walk. They got here and they saw a river down there. They decided to stop by, make them have a bath, keep them for some days before they continue the journey. And that is why this name has been established as Assin Manso. Assin translates from the Akan dialect as Liebesin. Africans were in transit. They decided to stop by. The Manso attached to it means a town or a community. So
They're percent in the sense that we are passing.
We are passing. Passing by. Wow. Okay. Assin. Okay.
The Manso means a town or a community. That means a transit town. They got to this land, and most of them died on the journey. Let me take you through the stress that they went through.
Okay.
All right. 600 kilometers. They were walking barefooted in chains and shackles. Even if you are driving 1,400 kilometers from Salaga to this place. Even if you are driving,
it's not easy.
12 hours.
Okay.
But they were walking. It took 6 to 7 months to get to this land.
Okay.
6 to 7 months, if you're a mature woman, you'd have to go through your cycle every single
month. Yeah.
The blood will flow.
For sure.
It dries up on you.
Without taking your bath.
Clean it up.
Oh.
The animals could sense the blood because they were walking through a forest. They kept attacking the women. Most of them died through that. Now they were crying because of the pains, the cramps, all sort of complications that comes with the cycle. The slave masters thought they were trying to cry out to give out their location. They had to shut them up. What they did to shut them up was to use a metal mask method. They plucked leaves from trees or forced gravels into their mouth and tied the metal mask around their neck. In that case, you just see the person shed tears, but there will be no sound coming out as the person cries. Most of them suffocated because they were not able to breathe well and died as a result of that torment. The men among them got angry because they saw their wives, their sisters dying like that. They got angry. They stopped cooperating with the slave masters. The slave masters had to punish the men. What they would do to punish the men is to tie their arms around their back and tie it to a tree. Give them whips all over their body. There is blood all over them. They don't just kill them at the spot. They leave them. Because they know they are walking through the forest. There will be wild animals that will come for them once they sense the blood. Most of them died through that. They go to Mali National Park. They had to cross. But it's a forest. They had chains on. They knew that the animals would attack most of the enslaved Africans. So the slave masters devised a strategy. They picked the weaker and skinny ones out of the slave because they didn't need them anymore and gave them off to the wild animals. Whilst all the wild animals rushed on a few of them, they rushed the remaining through the Mali National Park, and that is how some of them survived. They got to River Prime, Kumasi, they had to cross the river, but with their chains. No matter how good you swim, once you fall over, you definitely drown.
Yeah.
Most of them drowned in that river, and the ones that survived were the ones that got saved. When they got to this land, as I said, they were looking very skinny. Some of them could barely walk. They were just crawling and rolling on the floor. They knew that they didn't need these people. You have to sell strong and energetic slaves. So they let them roll on the floor wanting. The animals attacked them. They lost their lives, their remains were left to rot right on this land. They looked at some of the enslaved Africans and they realized they were looking too skinny. Once you keep this person, the person might die at any moment. So there's no reason to have that person. They got rid of them and their remains were left to rot right on this land. We believe this place is not just a slave market, but also a slave cemetery. Because we have remains of most ancestors that were left here to rot. That is why when you come through the gates, we intentionally made it short.
Okay.
So that you'd have to bow
Before you enter.
before you come in. You pay your respect to the land before you come.
Wow.
When you come, the first thing you see is the ancestral graveyard. The remains are here to cancel a perception. When you go to the castle, we have a door called the Door of No Return.
Okay.
As the name implies,
Yeah.
the slave masters built that door with a perception that once you walk through, you will never come back. That name had to be changed, and that is why we have these remains. The first one over here is in the memory of Lady Crystal. She was taken on as a slave right from this land to Kingston, Jamaica.
This land.
I
think Assin manso here.
No, Ghana, Africa.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So when she got to Jamaica, she was put in prison. That is one of their dungeons. But she wouldn't eat anything. She embarked on a hunger strike because she saw most of her colleagues being tortured to death. She knew that it would get to a 10.
Yeah.
But the slave masters found out that Lady Crystal wasn't eating. They had to punish her. What they did to punish her was to chisel her teeth out from the mouth. Now she lost all of her teeth and the blood kept coming out. Now, what they will do after that is to put the funnel in her mouth, force food and water through the funnel down her throat through her belly.
After chiseling
The teeth out. But she was very strong and stubborn. After doing that to her, she would put her finger down her throat and threw her bitten out. She wanted to die and just end it. She did that and died in 1831. She was buried in Kingston, Jamaica. Her remains was flown back in 1998 when we started celebrating our emancipation. It was brought right here to be buried for her soul to find peace. We believe she represents the Jamaicans that have gotten the chance to come back. The second one is in the memory of Samuel Carson. He was a slave that was taken to the United States.
Samuel Carson.
Yeah. When he got there, they realized he was very strong. He was energetic. He served in the military. Served for a number of years, but because he was a slave, he fought during the Mexican-American War in 1846. He died as a result of the service, unfortunately. But because he was a slave, he wasn't given a befitting funeral. The remain was preserved by his great-grandnephew, Sonny Abubadika Carson. In 1998 as well, he was flown back. That was the year of emancipation when we started celebrating. So these were brought in 1998, these two. But the third remain was brought in 2019.
This one.
Yeah. The Prime Minister of Barbados suggested that since we have people that were taken from Africa to the West Indies as slaves, we have to have something to signify that they've been brought back.
Am I seeing Nana Danko Akufo?
Yes, so it was in connection with the government to bring that back in 2019. That is the year of return.
Yeah.
So since the first documented slave ship landed in Virginia in 1619 to 2019, that's exactly 400 years. So 2019 was the year of return. Most of them came back, and the ashes was brought from Barbados. So there was an excavation from a slave cemetery, and they brought it right here. But when they got to the castle, they got to Abanzi before they got to the castle. The people of the community welcomed them, told them that before, when these people were leaving our land, they didn't leave by bus, because when they had got to the airport, they took the bus to the town. They said they didn't leave by bus, they walked through a particular door called the Door of No Return. So they brought the ashes down from the bus, held a ceremony right along the shores of the sea. They forced the Door of No Return back open, and the ashes was brought through that door right to this place. And we believe these people represent those from the Caribbean, the West Indies, and those dispersed across several other countries. They've gotten the chance to come back. And that was when the door was changed from the Door of No Return to the Door of Return. We believe these people have returned. Unfortunately, they didn't get a chance to come back alive. But the ones that keep changing that perception is you and I. Because you are here today, we are descendants of our ancestors.
Sure.
That is why we believe it's a return. Now, do you have any questions?
No.
Now we're going to make a walk to the river.
I just want to make a statement to
You
what
can
you
add
just
that.
said. That these people has been retained, but they didn't get a chance
to come back alive.
You are watching me. You are in anywhere in the world. You are an African. You have the chance to come home alive.
Really.
Why are you wasting your time? Come back home alive.
For
We
sure.
need to see you.
Yes. We are waiting for you.
Wow.
The land is for you.
Wow.
Come back home.
Wow.
That was found in the river in the year 2005.
It was found in the river.
In the river. A group of diasporans from the United States
Very, very
came
heavy.
to visit, had the opportunity to go to the river and step foot into it. One of them was fortunate enough. When she was making a walk, she hit her leg on something. She was curious to pull it out, and this was what she found. I call this the evidence of the history. Without this is a myth. When they got here, they had these metal balls on their legs to prevent them from escaping. If you are one of the slaves, you'd have 2 of these. This thing weighs 10 kilos.
Yes.
2 of these is about 20.
Yeah.
And that is what you have on your legs.
On your legs, so
you
that
have
you
to drag so that you cannot escape.
You cannot run.
You drag to the river and have your bath. And you'll be kept in this till you are shipped to the dungeon.
Jesus.
By the time they go to the river, they have cuts on their skin because it was heavy.
In chains.
And animals were there. They kept sensing the blood. They kept attacking a few of them. Now, once we make a walk to the river, we believe we could be stepping on the remains of our ancestors. If you prefer to take off your shoes and make the journey barefooted and ground with your ancestors, you are allowed to do that, but it's not compulsory. But if you want to do that, I'll let you take off your shoes and make the walk.
All right.
Wow, that's
So,
nice.
Let's head to the river there.
And of course, we've got to be respectful to the ancestors. So we needed to take off our shoes and be respectful, pay homages to our ancestors who fought hard through thick and thin. So I took off my shoes as we prepared to head towards the river. And yes,
Thank you, Chief.
So please come this way.
Okay.
There is a plant here. I'm sure we've all seen it before.
Yeah.
Once you touch it, This is the mimosa plant.
Mimosa,
But to our ancestors, this was not just a plant to them. It was a means of survival. They were using this as a secret motion sensor. Most of them had plans of escaping when they were brought here. They had these around the surroundings. So before they escape, they check the plant.
About this plant.
When they find out that the plant is folded up this way, they know that someone tampered with it. That means someone was there a few minutes ago. Instead of escaping through that part, they dare not. Because they know they use a different plant where the plant is still wide open. So I believe they were not just strong and energetic, they were smart enough to have used the mimosa plant.
So it was used as a communication tool.
That was how they were using the plant. Because they know that once it's folded up, it means someone touched it.
Somebody has passed it.
And with how firmly you touch it, if you touch it very slightly, maximum 1 minute, it should be okay. But if you touch it too firmly, it takes about 5 to 7 minutes.
Before it
opens up. So if you are there about 2-3 minutes.
So here we made our way to the river. And you could hear, I want you to feel the sound and everything.
In this river. So follow me. Together with my brother, let's go see how it was taken.
So as we're making the walk to the river, as I said, we believe most of our ancestors died on this land, and we could be walking on their remains. Now we believe it's a resting place for them. Before we walk through that door, we are going to seek their permission. We are going to do that in a simple way. We will knock on the door 3 times. As we knock, we say Agu, 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 and we all get in. this is what we are going to do. Ago.
This is a knock to ask for permission from our ancestors. Let them know that we are entering their territory. Yes.
You can also knock.
Ago. Can we go?
Will you knock?
Yeah, I'm not here.
So welcome to the ancestral river. Now, what I always say, fortunately for us, we have a clear path.
Okay.
Unlike our ancestors, they didn't have a clear path, they had to walk through a forest. There were wild animals in here, they kept attacking them. Okay. And that is why we have created a path for our safety. There are no wild animals now.
Okay.
And this path was made with these bamboo sticks. We painted it red and black.
Okay.
Red and black in our culture, Ghanaian culture, could mean sorrow, sadness, or grief.
Yeah.
That means we are mourning our ancestors as we make the walk.
Yeah, for sure.
From here, we are going to observe some silence till we get to the river.
Okay.
Maximum 2 minutes we should be there.
Oh.
So, as we make our way through the holy forest, we're walking down to the river. So I want you to listen to the sounds of birds chirping and the sounds in the forest, the original feeling and all that.
Ancestral river. But before we get in, we can see that there is a storeroom. The storeroom is to handle the chieftaincy system. We have some names of chiefs and elders that have reigned for the past years. We are trying to acknowledge them.
Okay.
During the Emancipation ceremony, which we celebrate on 1st of August every year, they come pour libation to honor the gods and ancestors of the land before they visit the river. And that is why we have a storeroom.
They do it here.
They do it here. That is why we have a storeroom right here. So when you get in, you see some names of chiefs that have reigned for the past years.
I learned that the chiefs were taking taxes. Is that?
No. But the tax part is not true.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
But what? On the internet. Where my brother?
Yes. The video was circulating, right?
And
you saw a
they
video.
will be sitting here.
Yeah.
And
You saw that video?
I saw
No.
that video.
That is not true. Yeah.
Okay.
So there is nothing like that. So that
Okay.
video was we were alerted about the video.
Okay.
Someone came to
Okay.
talk about that.
So
That is not true.
there was somebody here
Yeah.
who put a wrong information that these kings and chiefs that you see their pictures here were kings that used to take taxes from the slave masters. If you see that video, debunk it. It's not true.
That's not true.
That's a lie. It's a palpable falsehood.
Yes.
Now we are coming to tell you the real history
Yeah.
of these prominent people pictures here. So my brother,
So
please, let's go.
these are some of the chiefs that have reigned for the past years.
Okay.
As I said, during the Emancipation ceremony, they pour libation to honor the gods and ancestors of the land.
Okay.
But they weren't taking taxes here during the trade. This particular structure was built in 2007.
Okay.
So how did it?
How
was it in the year?
About 4 years,
Yes.
400 years ago.
That is
That
correct.
is really,
Yeah.
yeah.
So this is the one that passed from 1968 to 2016.
Okay.
He has passed, and we have the one reigning from 2022.
Another farming.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, this is the fifth
Yeah. This is the 8th.
Kwame Chi.
This is the 7th.
The 7th, and this is the 8th. Oh,
This is X. So this is 13.
13.
Yeah. So X. That's 13, and this is the 12th.
Oh, so this.
Yeah. So this is not for taxes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You see,
So Burma Kwame Chi, the 11th.
the 11th.
You see? Yeah.
Right, see.
So
So they were not
12.
taking taxes.
Yeah.
These are here to depict that they were, they used to reign from this age to, so this is from 1968 to 2016. Then this one was from
2022.
2022.
Yeah.
Reign from 22.
Yeah.
He's still on.
Yes.
He's still on. Yeah. So this is the current chief. So how is it that he was taking taxes? He's the current chief on here. So that's debunk it. When you see that video, it's total falsehood.
Yeah.
And this was in 1952, 1968. So that's why their pictures were here to honor them. They come to pour libations to honor our ancestors.
Okay.
You are now getting to the river.
Yeah. So this is the ancestral river that we are walking towards.
For someone there, and like, yeah, the example why. So I can feel the spirit.
Seriously.
So let's come close.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is the ancestral river. This is the exact same river our ancestors had their bath before they were being taken to the dungeons.
Yeah.
And when you come, you notice a distinction. This one right here on the left is moving, but the one on the right is stagnant.
Wow.
But when they brought the enslaved Africans, they just allowed them to go into whatever river to have their bath, with their chains on and metal balls on them. So you can see it from this poster that they had the chains on as they were taking their bath. Now, the ones that were taking their bath over here where it's moving were losing their lives because it was high. It was moving very fast. Now,
especially when it has flooded.
Yes. Once, let's say 5 people are connected to a chain, once we push one person, the rest will follow. The slave masters realized that they were losing lots of people over here. They stopped them from taking the bath here and brought them here where it is stagnant. And that is why this name, the last bath, was given by the slave masters, with the same perception like the door of no return, that once you have your bath, you will never return to this particular land. That is why we believe the name had to be changed. And this last bath, we believe, is not the last bath, because we have remains that were brought back. They've gotten the chance to come back to this exact same land. And the ones that keep canceling perception, that I always say, is you and I. Because you are here today. That is why it was advisable that we built this wall as a first bath of return. It was built in 2007 for the descendants that come to visit. And when you come, we give you the chance to go to the river and connect with it before you leave. So if you want to do that, you can go take some pictures, connect with the water.
Okay.
And I connected. I went inside the river, and I could feel the energy, the power that be, the powers that was left inside this river. I made a wish. As I've heard people make wishes, and it came to pass. And I will urge my brothers and sisters from the diaspora to also come and connect with this river. And know that there is power in there. Your ancestors where they took their last bath here. You can't believe it, bro. You can't. Like I said, if you have been in Cape Coast Castle and Elmina Castle and you've not been here, bro, you need to come back. This is part 1, and we are going to. Part 2 will follow up soon. Kindly watch, like, and subscribe for more. This is Akebulan. Welcome. Love you all. Africa needs you.
Brothers and sisters, you cannot believe the feeling that I have inside now.